I'm Red Bull, the Exit Out X-Ray, Chapter 4 and Chapter 6. First, Chapter 4. I'm parked in that lot, Mr. Hathaway said as they crossed the street. A blue station wagon. Me too, Dr. Fleming said. Mine's, mine's a red jeep. Mine, the red jeep. The hospital is about a mile down Main Street. The kid and Mr. Hathaway followed followed the red jeep away from the park and south on Main Street. "How does arms?" Mr. Hathaway asked. "It's okay, thanks," Dink said. Josh read out the big sign. "Some people will do anything for attention," he said. A few minutes later, Dr. Fleming toured into a small parking lot in front of Hartford Hospital. He parked near a sign that said "Hospital Staff Only." Mr. Hathaway parked in a visitor's space, and they all crammed out. Dr. Fleming led the group through a side door and down a long corridor. Corridor. They took an elevator to the third floor, then went down another hallway. Dr. Fleming pushed open the door with X-ray print in green letters. Everyone walked in, and Dr. Fleming pointed to some chairs. "You folks can wait here while I get a couple of X-rays," he said. "This should only take 10 minutes or so." Dr. Fleming led Dink through a door into a smaller room, pointing to a table covered covered with a white sheet. He told Dink to lie down. Then he put a lid apron over Dink's chest. Chat, chat. This Dink chat. Dink lied, Dink laid his head on a small pillow and stared up at the ceiling. He could hear Dr. Fleming opening and closing drawers and cupboard. Then Dink saw an X-ray machine slide over the table. Dr. Fleming's face appeared next to the machine. "Now, I want you to lie very still," he said. He pressed Dink's arms across his chest. Chest. "When I say one, hold your breath. Let it out when I say two." Dr. Fleming's face disappeared. From a few feet away, he said, "One." Dink held his breath. He heard something click. Then Dr. Fleming's voice said, "Two, you can breathe now." Dr. Fleming stepped next to the table again. "I'm going to get a look. I'm going to get a look at this in the other rooms," he said. "Be back in a jiffy." Dink count the ceiling till Tillis ceiling terrace until Dr. Fleming returned. "This shot is too broad," he said, dropping an X-ray on the table. He grabbed he grabbed the pad he grabbed a pad red marker and drew a big X over the X-ray. "I'll have to shot another one," without the bandage. Dr. Fleming began removing the bandage from Dink's arms. "See that sign over here, over there?" he asked Dink. "Read it to me, please." Dink read the sign. It was about drinking milk to make your bones strong. "There," Dr. Fleming said as he dropped, dropped the unrolled bandage on the table next to the Dink's shoulder. He positioned Dink's arms again. "Lie still and hold your breath till I tell you to breathe." Dink did as he was told, and after a minute, Dr. Fleming came back and asked him to sit up. "After I develop this one, you're free to go," he said. "Okay, this one is much clearer," Dr. Fleming said a few minutes later. "The arms look fine, but I'll put the bandage back on. No baseball for a few days, okay?" Dink watched as Dr. Fleming rewrapped his arms. "You should have your own doctor take a look at this," he said. Then Dr. Fleming opened the door and asked the other to come in. He showed Mr. Hathaway the X-ray. No fracture at all," he said. "Probably just strained it when he fell. I have to go see my doctor." Dink to Dink told Josh and Lucy Rose. "We should take the X-ray with us," Mr. Hasway said. "Of course," Dr. Fleming said. He found a Raji envelope, envelope in a drawer and slipped X-ray inside. "Can I have the other one?" Dink asked. "The one that you said was no good." "No, I'll just do." "Sure, why not?" Dr. Fleming said. He slid it into the envelope with with the other X-ray and handed it to Dink. "Don't stand up on any more moving carousels," he said. Carousels. Chapter 5. That evening, Dink ate dinner in front of the TV with his parents. His mother cut his meat for him and made his favorite cookies for dessert. His bandaged arms was resting on the pillow that he held on his lap. Dink's father winked at him. "Some kids will do anything to get out of their chores," he said. "Look, there, Penelope Green," Dink's mother said. He turned up the volume on the TV. The reporter was interviewing the singer about the theft of her diamond pendant. Dink could see the white penguin trailer behind them. It was a gift from someone special. Penguin said, "I'm shocked and angry that anyone would steal it. I'm sure you must feel terrible," the reporter said. "But your fans feel awful, too. Will you give another concert tomorrow?" "No, I'm too upset." Penelope said. I can't I can't think of singing right now,
맞죠?
even for
날씨가
my
갑자기
real
너무
fans.
좋아졌어.
I will
동풍이
make
불고
sure
천둥
everyone
울리고
gets
비가
a
오고
refund. 그리고 지금 바람 엄청 세네.
그래가지고 깜짝
The
놀라가지고
camera
얼른
left
그냥
Penelope's
들여놨어.
face. Well, that's the story. The reporter said into the camera. Someone wearing a penguin mask stole Penelope's green. Pre priceless necklace,
Knuckles.
necklace. Mm. While asking her for autograph, the Puerto Rican's mother answered it, then handed portable phone to Dink. 바람 엄청 부네, 갑자기. Hello, 지구 날아가다. He said.
그러니까
태풍 들어온 거 아니야, 지금?
바깥에 있다가 갑자기 비 오고 천둥번개 탁 치더니만
왔어.
이렇게 되는 거야. 깜짝 놀라가지고.
지금 지도상에 보면, 오야.
빨간색이 얼른 들어왔네.
빨간색 들어왔네.
좀 전까지 멀쩡했는데 갑자기 훅 들어왔어.
비도 오더나?
응. 그래가지고 쿠션하고 다 들여놨어.
Maybe Dink said, can you come over tomorrow? 잠깐만, 이게 내가 어디까지? 아, 여기 있네. Hello, he said. Did you see that? Rich Rose asked. The chief was one of her fans. I know, Dink said. Pretty rotten. Dink still ahead. He was trying to remember something when Rich Rose said, Thank you, are you there? Yeah, he said. Listen, come over tomorrow after I get back from the doctor, okay? Just as Dink hung up, the phone rang again. Hello, I think it was that hot dog guy. Josh exclaimed. He had he had an autograph book, remember? Lots of people there had autograph books. Think that. Then he remembered something just after we came out of the first aid tent. The hot dog cart was gone. See, I told you, Josh said. That guy with hairy fingers in the sip. Maybe Think said, can you come over tomorrow so we can talk about it with Ross? He asked. What time is lunch? Josh asked. Think laughed and hung up. Think father shut off the TV and picked up the book. Seeing the book made Dink remember the yellow-haired woman who had been sitting in front of him during the concert. He had been holding an autograph book, and she seemed pretty mad at that cop for not letting her leave the park right after the set. And 10 o'clock the next morning, Dink and his mom drove to the family medicine clinic on Main Street. The receptionist brought them to Dr. Bright office. Dr. Bright snapped on the pair of rubber gloves. Dick had him the envelope containing the X-rays. What's this? Dr.
Dr. Bright, yes.
Bright asked, holding up the exit out X-ray. The other doctor took that one while I had the bandage on. Dink explained. He said it was too blurry.
아마 이거 주장면
Blurry. So he did another one with my bandage off. Dink pointed to the envelope. Dr. Bright slid the X-ray back on into the envelope. Dr. Bright slide the X-ray back into the envelope and pulled out the other one. He attached it to the right board and examined Dank arms bones. I see nothing in the X-ray except healthy bones. Dr. Bright said. I think you just suffered a
minor.
minor sprain. Think, Dr. Bright unwrapped it. Think bandage and examine his arm. He crammed the scrap and put down the sterile sterile
스테라일 하든지 스테라일 이 정도로 읽었어 나는 그냥 스테라일
한번 읽어보자. 정확하게 뭔지. 나도 모르겠네. 이거는 참 어렵네.
스테라일 근데 아이 발음이 정확하진 않을 것 같아. 스테라일
켜져 있네.
sterile,
그치?
Sterile.
아이 발음은 정확하지 않지.
Sterile band aid. No sports for the cuties, kiddo, he said, and stay off corridors. Chapter 6. Later in the room, Lucy Ross write green Rowan newspaper across the desk. There was a large photograph of Penelope Quinn and a drawing of her penguin necklace. Under the pictures, the caption read, Penelope's penguin pendants polonid. What? Polonid? Joshi asked. He was a prophet on Dink bed with Dink's guinea pig, Loretta, on his chat. I don't know, Dink said, reaching for his dictionary. He flipped it to the P section and ran his finger down the page. Proning means to stare, he said after a minute. Do, Joshi said. I could have figured that out. Then why didn't you? Dink asked, grinning at Josh. Listen to what Penelope told the reporter. Lucy Rose said, reading the paragraph under the picture. I always sign autograph during my intermission. I was signing and thanking my fans when suddenly someone grabbed my necklace. It all happened so fast before I could react. The chef was running away. We were almost fitness, Josh said, except that the necklace didn't get stolen until we are on the cruiser. Dink reminded him. Josh enemy. Joshi aimed crooked smile at Dink. Actually, only two of us were on the cruiser, he said. For we are falling off. I didn't do it on purpose, Josh. Dink said, laughing his arms. Lucy Rose was still reading. Stay Penelope stood by the gate as each person left the park. She said, but she didn't recognize that ship. Maybe the guy sprayed right away, Joshi said. He prolonged he prolonged the necklace, then boogied boogied out of the park before they crossed the gate. Think told Lucy Rose about the missing hot dog cart. You mean it just disappeared? Asked Lucy Rose. Think struck it. It was gone. It was gone when we all left the first aid tent, he said. I was right. Josie said, just think, the some fingers that serve our hot dog store better pack green necklace. Might have, Think said. But you guys remember that woman sitting in front of me during the concert? Lucy Rose and Josh shook their head. Well, there was this woman with an autograph books, Think said. As soon as Baroque Garvin announced the intermission, she ran up to the stage. 있는데. 오, 지금 text를 만들고 있네. 야, 여기는 지금 그거 보고 있잖아. 아, 그런 거야? 아, 놀래라. She ran up to the stage. Then, when the cops were stopping everyone at the exit, she got her maid at them. Maybe she stole the diamond penguin. Penelope never said it was a man, Lucy Rose commented. She glanced back at the newspaper. She just told the reporter someone stole her necklace. So it could have been a man or a woman, Think said. Even a tall cat. Maybe Penelope Green remembered something else about the chef today. Lucy Rose said. She was so upset yesterday. She could have forgotten something important. Why don't we go talk to her? Just like that, Josie said. This big star isn't gonna talk to three kids, Lucy Rose. Lucy Rose grabbed her newspaper. But I think she will. Meet me at my house in 5 minutes. But I'm hungry, Josie said. Don't new people ever eat? But Lucy Rose was already out the door. Dink took Loretta from Josh and put her back in her cage. Come on downstairs, he said. Mom made some peanut butter cookies last night. Josh jumped off the bed. Finally, finally someone thinks of me, he said. Following, think out of room. Think found the note on the kitchen table. Gone with that. Be back letter bound. Think found the note of the not of and wrote wrote a message of his own. Gone with Josh and Lucy Ross. Be back later. Think. He and Josh each ate two cookies with milk. Dink took the rest too as they head out the door. Can I have one of those? Those? This asked. Link. Link. Dink said. Those are for Lucy Ross and Nate. They walked across the lawn to Rose's house. Dink rang his bell. Dink rang the bell, and Rose's 4 years old brother, Nate, opened the door. Hi, Nate, Dink said, and handed him a cookie. Wow, thanks, Nate said. He turned, he turned and raced away. A minute later, Lucy Rose showed up. She was holding the photograph of Penelope Green with a single signature on the bottom. When Penelope sees what I wrote on the back, she will talk to us, Lucy Rose said. She flapped, she flapped a picture of Lucy Rose note said, Dear Miss Green, we have information about the prison who stole your diamond sign. Lucy Rose Hathaway, Dink Duncan, and Josh Pinto. 챕터 7. 오늘 챕터 6까지 읽었는데 벌써 여기까지 왔어? 몇 번 읽었어?
안 됐어. 짧아.
Chapter 7. I don't get it. Josh said and Dink handed Lucy Rose a cookie. Lucy Rose took a bite. Thanks. Think, Josh. I think my message will persuade Penelope Green to see us. She explained. But what's the information we have? Josh asked. We'll think of something, Lucy Rose said. Let's go. She turned around and yelled into the house. Bye, Mom. I'm taking off with the guy. The kid walked to Main Street and took the bus to Hartford. They shared a seat toward the rear. Well, one thing we can do is describe that Harry hot dog guy. Josh said, if he was the thief, she might remember him, and I can describe that woman sitting in front of me. Dick said they both had autograph books and they were both in the big hurry. The bus let down of not far from Bashner Park. The hotel is on the other side, Rushra said. They cut through the park, passing by the cruiser. The circus music was playing, and a few kids were sitting on the mount. When to go for the ride? Think. Joshi's teeth, teeth, teeth. Mm. No, but you can think that. Or you're afraid, or you're afraid to do, or are you afraid to do it wrong? I'm not afraid of anything, Joshi said. Guys, there's a hotel. Lucy Rose said and pointed across the street. They were standing near the stage. The chairs were gone, but the steps up to the stage were still in place. Let's check it out, Dink said. They walked to the stage, passing the first aid tent. Dink peeked inside. It was empty except for the two chairs and the sign about sunstroke. Joshi climbed up on the stage and gazed, gazed, gazed out at, at an imaginary audience. Maybe I'll become to rock star. He said, some thousands of people will want my autograph. Lucy Rose was studying the ground around, studying the ground around the stage steps. Penelope would have come down the steps to sign autograph. She said the chef was probably standing right here, waiting for his turn. Or her turn. Think remind Lucy Rose. Or her. Lucy Rose agreed. She bent over and picked up the small plastic container. I think this held film for a camera, she said. I wonder if it a crew. Think picked up a pair of smashed sunglasses. Come help us, Such. Dink yelled at Josh. What? Josh asked. Sitting on the edge of the stage. On the edge of a stage. Crow. Lucy Rose said. She held up the dollar bill. Look what I just found. Joshua was on the ground in the flesh. After searching for 5 minutes, they had a small pile. The broken sunglasses, the empty film container, a pencil, $1, 1 penny, 10 tickets stopped, seven platinum, platinum, penguin masks, and about 100 candy wrapper. They threw the mask, tube, and wrapper into the trash bin. Lucy Rose put the other stuff in her pocket as they walked toward the hotel. The trailer was gone. What if Penelope isn't even here? Think asked. If she cancels her concert, maybe she went to home. She went home. Wherever that is. I never thought of that. Lucy Rose said, we will know in a minute. The kid walked into the hotel lobby and up to the long reception counter. Two clerks were standing behind the counter. One was talking on the telephone, so Lucy Rose approached the other one. Excuse me, is Venerope Green still staying here? He asked. The woman looked at them, Lucy Rose. And you are... I'm Lucy Rose Hathaway, she said. Venerope Green sent me this signed picture. Then she turned it over so the woman could read the back. We were there when it happened, Lucy Rose said. I think Miss Green would like to hear what we have to say. The clerk pick it,
pick,
pick it up,
그,
picked up the telephone and dial a number.
number.
Hello, there are some children in the lobby asking to see Miss Green. They say they have information about the theft of her diamond. Yes, thank you. The crack hung up the telephone. Room 1200. 1200 on the 12th floor. She said, the elevator are to your right. The kid found the elevator and got on one. Just pushed the button for 12, and they were whisked up aboard. When the elevator door opened, a man was waiting for them. It was the same man they had seen escorting Miss Green to the stage. He did not look happy to see them. I'm Miss Green manager, the man said. He glared, glared, glared. He glared down at the kid with piercing eager eyes. Pierce eager eyes. What do you have?
그래서 나 이거
His
피어스가
arms.
아니라 파이어스인가 이렇게 생각했어.
His arms
이렇게
were crossed over his broad chest.
불타는 독수리 눈. 지금 화났잖아. 그래가지고.
Which was start to say. We saw two people who acted worried. Think that when we think one of them might be sick. Penelope Green walked up behind the man. Thanks, Hans, she said. Of course, Penelope Green didn't look like a famous rock singer. She was wearing sweat, and her hair was in a ponytail. Come inside, Penelope said. She walked into the